want really juicy and succulent turkey for Thanksgiving or Christmas, try something different than cooking it in the oven or deep frying it. Barbecue it outside over the coals. The secret is bacon. So we're cooking our Christmas turkey today on this newer model Weber Kettle Grill. So it's got some nice features. It has venting like the other ones, but it's got a nice thermometer here. But I've cooked our Christmas and Thanksgiving turkeys many times on this much older model Weber grill, and it works just fine. So if you can see the coal arrangement here, what you need to do, and we'll go over this in a minute, is push the coals to the side and have the turkey in the middle with a drip pan underneath. But in this old beat up Weber grill, this has cooked many turkeys. So it doesn't matter if you have a newer fancy model or one of the older models, you can definitely do the bacon wrapped smoked turkey on your Weber Kettle Grill. This is a standard store-bought turkey. Anything you can find in the supermarket is fine. It's 6 kilos, which is 13 pounds. The first thing we do is get started with the stuffing. Get a whole loaf of bread. If it's a couple of days old and a bit stale, that would be ideal. And chop it up into cubes. Next, you'll need to get your seasonings ready for the stuffing. You'll need sage, poultry seasoning, black pepper, salt, and some butter. Then add all of your seasonings. I tend to put in more sage and more pepper than the recipe calls for, just because I like those tastes. Then add all of the melted butter, and then with a spoon mix it all together. Get it really nice and blended. After it's nice and mixed, put in about 2 cups of chicken broth and then mix it all together and get everything nice and moistened. While the stuffing's marinating, it's time to get the fire started. Take all the coals and pile them up on the side of the Weber. I'm using a solid fire starter like Zip here. It burns away and it doesn't leave any aftertaste the way gas or any liquid fire starter would, but you could also use an electric starter as well for a really good result. While the fire is getting going, it's time to stuff the bird. So grab handfuls of the stuffing and get it nice and deep into the cavity of the carcass. Just keep putting it in there. You can pack it quite tight and try to get everything from the bowl in there. When you're done with the main cavity, turn the bird around and stuff all the excess into the neck, and then take the flap of skin there and fold it underneath the turkey. You don't have to put foil or paper hats on the legs and on the wings. You can take the legs and tuck them into the flaps of skin here at the back of the bird. Then take the wings and bend them right around the back and just kind of tuck them in underneath. Do that for both sides. Now we're ready to start laying on the bacon. You don't need an expensive package of bacon, but you'll need a whole package of bacon. In fact, you'll probably need 2 packages of bacon depending on the size of your bird. I'm using 2 packages of bacon here. So it doesn't have to be smoked bacon or any kind of premium bacon because it's going to cook away and give all of its fat and juices to the turkey. So just lay the bacon on in strips, first sideways, then lengthwise. Try to cover every inch of the turkey's skin. You're trying to get the whole thing fully covered, and then when it's fully covered, you're ready to bring the bird outside. The fire's going really nicely now, and it'll give a nice smoky flavor to the turkey. But we're going to prepare some extra wood chips to give it that extra smokiness. So we'll pour that into a bowl of water and mix them around and let them soak. Now we've got to separate the fire. We'll put our separation pans into the barbecue. If you don't have separation pans, I'll show you how to set up the barbecue without the separation pan. Scoop some coals into the first pan, and then once you have that one full, you can put the second pan in and scoop the rest of the coals in there. Once the coals are fully in the 2 pans, you can use your fireproof gloves or your shovel to separate them. Move the vents around to get rid of any extra ash, and then open them about halfway. Now the fire is ready, and you can put in the foil drip pan. Now if you don't have fire separators, you can move the coals to the side and wedge the drip pan in between them, and that'll help keep the coals apart. Then one of my favorite parts, you take a couple of beers and you pour it into the drip pan. Here I'm using non-alcohol beer because the alcohol is going to burn away anyway, so I just use a cheaper non-alcohol beer. But if you don't want to use any kind of alcoholic beverages or any beer flavor at all, you could use chicken stock or even water. Then put on the grill, and we're ready to put the turkey on. The turkey's going to be on for a few hours, so there are flaps on the grill so that you can open them up and add some more coal if you need to throughout the cooking process. Now if you have one of the older Webers like my old one, you may not have the flap, but it'll usually have a space on the side of the grill where you can push some coals in to keep the fire going. Now close up the grill, let it warm up a little bit with the vents about halfway open. Once it reaches about 350 degrees or so, you can gingerly put on the turkey. Be very careful while you're doing that. You don't want to drop the turkey outside and ruin your Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner. So when you do, it'll start sizzling, so you've got to work kind of quick. Take the wood chips that you've soaked and get them on the side of the grill as soon as you can. And when they're nice and wet like this, then they won't burn up right away and they'll start smoking nicely. You need to set your meat thermometer to 82 degrees Celsius, which is 180 Fahrenheit. And then take the probe and put it right in between the thigh and the body of the turkey, about halfway down. Now you're ready to close things up and let the turkey cook. Keep an eye on the meat thermometer. For me, this turkey took about 3.5 hours to cook. You can open it every hour or so just to check that the coals are going fine and add any coals as necessary. But in the meantime, enjoy the afternoon while you're watching the turkey cook. When there's about 20 degrees left in the cooking, it's time to take the lid off and take the bacon off. The bacon will be really crispy and succulent. It will have given all the fat and juices to the turkey. So take it off, put it in a bowl, and bring it inside and let everybody enjoy it as an appetizer. They're going to love you for it. That looks really good. Now the turkey's going to look a little bit naked right now, but don't worry, the skin is going to get nice and golden brown and very, very crispy. Just cover it up and trust the process. Wait until the meat thermometer says that it's ready, and then we'll show you the next step. When the thermometer is at 180 degrees, then take the probe out of the thigh and put it into the center of the stuffing. Some people say you can't stuff a barbecue turkey, but you really can if you use this method. Put the probe in there and get that temperature up to at least 165 degrees. Then you know everything is cooked and safe to eat. Stuffing's up to 165, so everything's ready. You can open up the Weber and enjoy the golden brown turkey. I'll put some string into the pan. It helps me lift the turkey out later. So gingerly put it into the pan. Be careful, you don't want to drop your perfectly cooked turkey on the ground. And then you're ready to bring it inside. Once you get the turkey inside, all you need to do is prepare all the fixings, get the turkey over to the table and carve it. Now you can enjoy it with friends and family. I guarantee you they're going to love the juicy, succulent turkey with the golden, crisp skin on the outside. It's perfect at Christmas, perfect for Thanksgiving. It'll be a real change. The smoky flavor, the rich and fragrant stuffing. It'll really make a nice meal for your family and friends. If you think this looks good, please like the video. And if you tried out the recipe, tell me how it went in the comments below. And subscribe for more live fire cooking.